and their strides to make the city better.
Good evening, Honorable Mayor.
Welcome, sir.
Member of City Council. It's nice and refreshing to see people at work doing something for a democratic city. I come here with item on page 12, DA. My concern is where were these people that belong to this committee moving Laredo forward when corruption was rampant in Laredo? In the 50s, 60s, and 70s, up until Mayor Tatangelo and Honorable Peter Montalvo and his wife came into power and also made elections by precinct, by wards. Where were these people? Who ruled Laredo? Corruption Incorporated. Hell, it made the Cosa Nostra look like kids at recess at Urban Elementary School. Why do we want to relive the past? I mean, some of you weren't even born. Some of you were children, you didn't pay attention, you didn't read the paper. Why do we want to go back to the past? Why do we want to make people at large? Who's going to control? This is what the citizenry of Laredo want to know. Who is funding this movement? What are the intentions of this group? It's a shame. We're going back to the past. Mayor, there's no guarantee. I know you. We know each other since 1966, even college. There's no guarantee, Mayor, that once you leave the post, that the next mayor who's going to have all this power is going to be free from corruption and temptation. I mean, come on. The people, I'm here as a taxpayer. I'm here as an advocate. I'm here as a person who fought corruption, didn't look as a spectator, but went before the city council back then when he wasn't popular, and we had a handful only. And I see only 2 or 3 people here that joined me, Mayor Tatangelo, Judson Twist, Cruz Cabello, valiant people that went, and when he wasn't popular, to criticize the establishment, administration. Gentlemen, you have a task. You are elected to represent the people, not any special interest. People wonder, why do these people want to do that? Well, maybe because some of them don't live in the precinct that they represent, and they don't care what happened to it. But I remember the streets were not paved. The system here at the Azteca neighborhood, the sewer department, was in bad disarray. And people suffered. Laredo became stagnant. It's nice to come before you and look at this beautiful building that you have so well preserved. I ask you, please, do what's right. Vote against that proposition, that resolution. Do not put it to a vote in the referendum in November. That's when you're going to put it, right, if it carries in November. Hopefully, a lot of people are going to go vote for president, and they'll come out and defeat it. It's going to take a big effort to defeat it. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your comments. Mr. Jerry Schwebel. We had called Mr. Castillo, but I think he's back. Yes. Mr. Castillo, how are you, sir? Welcome.
Thank you. Good evening, Mayor, City Council, ladies and gentlemen.
Good evening,
and
sir.
Yes.
Your full name for the record, please.
For the record, my full name is Francisco Frank Castillo, and I am a resident of District Number 6. Today I stand in opposition to changing the city charter as proposed by Moving Laredo Forward organization. During this weekend's Democratic Party convention, the voice was loud and clear. Changes to the at-large districts was met with a resounding no. In the academic circles, we would consider this to be a divided city government. It happens. Factions are created, coalitions are created, and they sometimes promote their own self-interest. We understand that. But that is, in fact, what democracy is about. The city councilman, the mayor, they have to work together. Do not throw this on the hands or the backs of the citizens. This is something that you should be doing already. Collaborating, building your own coalitions to move on to the things you need to do. Certainly don't need to be tasked with having to decide whether a revision of the charter has to occur. Not at this level. A divided government is again, a part of a vibrant democracy. But we don't change our city charter to cater to special interests. We recommend that we leave things alone, work together for the good of Laredo. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your comments, sir. Mr. Tellez? No, I saw him here earlier. Yeah, there he is. Can you hear me okay? Salvador Tellez.
Mr. Mayor.
Yes, sir.
City
Welcome,
Council,
sir. Your full name for the record?
33 years ago,
Your full name for the record, please.
Jose Salvador Tellez.
Not picking up.
33 years ago, I moved to Laredo by choice. Like the Owens, my wife and I had a 2-year plan where we were going to go back to where we came from if we didn't like the environment in Laredo, and we're still here. During the 33 years that I've been here, I also had the privilege of serving as a city attorney and was the legal counsel to the Charter Revision Committee in the 90s, and I had the privilege of serving on 2 charter revision committees as an appointee by previous city councilmen. Since I've been here for 33 years, I've never seen the council so diversified. What I mean by that is we have people of different backgrounds, different education levels, different professions, representing individual city council districts. I really am not against putting the proposal up for a vote by the public. However, we live in a representative democracy, not a true democracy as being expounded by some of the people that have already spoken. In a representative democracy, you have committees. Committees decide certain things for the majority of the people. And this issue, I understand, has already been voted down by the Charter Revision Committee. And basically, the people who are on the losing side, which were 2 members, now want to bring it to the public. Well, sometimes that may be a waste of time. Why? Because it's going to take away from the diversity of the council. It will dilute the vote of the citizen overall. When you have at-large committees, and in this case we will have 5 at-large committees, including the mayor's position as it is being proposed. What does that mean is that people will be able to campaign in a specific area and be able to get 5 votes out of a particular area. I need not remind you by making you feel guilty about what happened 40 years ago under a previous regime. I wasn't here, but I am bringing it forward to you to decide that this is not where we want to be. The Constitution, which was amended by the Civil Rights Bill of 1964, says 1 man, 1 vote, not to have a diluted vote by having at-large positions. In this particular area, I think the people should be told what is at stake here. We are going to lose the power from the people and give it to an oligarchical group of people who want to control the development of the city, and that is why we need to stay away from at-large positions. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your comments, sir. Mr. Roger Rocha Jr.
Muchas veces me llega un paciente que me explica, doctor, últimamente he estado sintiendo como un pinchazo, por ejemplo, cuando como helado o me tomo un té, es bastante común, mucha gente tiene esa experiencia de sensibilidad. Yo les recomiendo Sensodina. Sensodina nos ayuda a minimizar la sensibilidad. Muchos pacientes se asombran de que puede ser una solución tan sencilla para un problema que han tenido por mucho tiempo. El comentario más típico que que oigo es que desde que empecé a usar Sensodine,